Folks, hello and welcome to Tavern Chat. I am your host, Eric Tenkar, your bartender in the OSR. And it was brought to my attention that Vince Florio had a tweet, or a series of tweets, I should say, about his module, The Cult of Abaddon, which is releasing via TSR. Now, this was supposed to have shipped, mind you, by the end of January. And I'm still waiting on my copy. So, yes, I ordered a copy. You have to, right? I mean, how can I review something without actually purchasing? This is where your monies go when you support the tavern. You put monies aside that help support the various things I do here at the tavern, myself, my co-hosts, and no, I'm not having it shipped to my house since somebody's already sent me fake shit. Why would I? Why would I do that? I'm having it shipped to a neutral third party. Smart, right? In any case, now this is Vince. Now that TSR is publishing the module, The Cult of Abaddon, decent name, I donated to them. All right, let's remember that. I am moving on to Mazes and Perils and its 10th anniversary edition on my own with WGP. WGP, I believe, is Wild Games Productions. I did not realize that Mazes and Perils was hitting 10 years until I spoke with Vince just the other week, because it won a gold Emmy 10 years ago. So, I mean, seeing it re-released for 10th anniversary edition is going to be actually a lot of fun. It's a good system. So, moving on. This is more clarity coming from Vince. I wish Tactical Study Rules luck with the module I donated to them. All right, so that's twice. Vince has said he's donated to them. Now it's time to get some paid projects going and update Mazes and Perils for the people that enjoy that system. So, from that statement, you can ascertain that Vince did not get paid for the adventure. And as far as the status of the module, I have no earthly idea how many were sold. Okay. And when it's shipping. Go figure. I'm sorry, I'm smiling because people are expecting to see Star Frontiers in time for the convention, TSR Con. And if I were a betting man, I wouldn't bet. I know folks had been asking me that, but I have no idea. Please refer to TSR for that information. Because as we know, TSR is always a font of truthful information, never misinformation, never disinformation. I'll get to that in a moment. As far as I saw and know, Ernie was attached as with, and that's what we've seen with the mock up covers, and only added about 5% of the changes to the module, which were more flavor text. The rest is all me. Good day, everyone. Now, that can be read two different ways. That 5% of the changes were Ernie, that means 95% of the changes were somebody else. Or it could mean that, there were some changes which amounts to about 5% of the module. It's Twitter. Twitter is always sometimes hard to read. Just to be 100% clear, as if Vince hadn't been clear enough prior to this, I made zero money off this module. Thanks. All right, so I think Vince has been pretty clear on what he's stating there. And I think it's clear that he's moving on, at least with one other project, on his own. So I'm interested to see what happens with it. I've known Vince for years, okay? And I know Vince can write very well. And I'm looking forward to seeing what comes from Mazes and Perils. But we were talking, right? We're talking about this. We're talking about the truthfulness of TSR. Well, this is going to be a twofer, okay? It's going to be a twofer. Because look at this, Michael Hovermail. But it's not Michael. It's a bogus account. Now, you see he's holding a poorly photoshopped version of Giant Lands in his hands, right? Why would Michael be doing that on his account? Well, he wouldn't be. Who would that possibly be? I don't know, but SD could be the initials. So somebody was stirring shit, and they're showing a picture of Star Frontiers, that stack of Star Frontiers books, the one that was debunked and shown to be misinformation a number of weeks ago, right? That there's a website you can go to and have this work done. February 13th. This is from Sunday. Very excited to see the news. So now, here's the thing. It could be Deinhardt, or it could be somebody who speaks less Lenassian. I don't know. Or maybe Deinhardt has his degree in that. I'm very excited to see the news Star Frontiers from TSR Hobbies. By the way, hobbies would be spelled IES, not YS. But so proud of you guys. It's been a great it's grading, right? Not great as in awesome. That's yeah, no. GRATE is not the right. Oh, jeez. Adventure. Don't let Brain Clouds and Winston Works get you down. Reference to, I guess, some people on Twitter that have been following the TSR drama. So, but this is, it's funny that there's a troll that's trolling Michael that at the same time is trolling TSR by showing a graphic that, is false. So this is like trolling within trolling. There's a certain level of holy shitness to it. But it got me thinking, right? I mean, this was a claim of Justin's that got debunked right away. All right. But he's made a lot of claims. Now, some of these claims I know we've heard of for a while. I don't know if you have heard the claim that Justin is a former federal law enforcement agent. And I'm going to, I guess, snopify it kind of like partly true. I don't know if that was partly true. How is it partly true? Well, Justin was most likely, almost guaranteed, in the Coast Guard. He's coastal claimed to have done drug interdiction off this Latin American coast. That's quite possible. Coast Guard is a weird federal agency. It's under Homeland Security. It's kind of in the military. It's one of the services. It enforces laws, not just on the sea, but on the land in regards to even civilians. And depending on the state ruling, and New York State actually is a state that ruled in favor of covering active Coast Guard personnel under the Law Enforcement Officers Safety Act, which is also known as HR 218 and another number. It's basically what allows active police to carry in all 50 states and territories. It allows retired police officers to carry on all 50 states and territories so long as they qualify once a year to their state standards. And New York State made a ruling that, yes, active Coast Guard are covered under this ruling. So if Justin wanted to say that he is a former federal law enforcement officer, New York State would say, yeah, he is a former federal law enforcement officer. I don't think he served the 10 years to have left where he would be covered under the act, but if he were active, he would be covered under the Law Enforcement Officer Safety Act. So wasn't a federal agent, but certainly could be considered federal law enforcement. Some people are going to say it's stretching it. Listen, Justin, thank you for your service. Okay. I'll leave that one at that. But that leads to another claim that I've gotten from multiple sources recently. And that is Justin claims that he was a CIA agent in Germany. Now, I can neither confirm nor I can confirm that the claim was made. I cannot confirm the validity of the claim. I was always under the impression, maybe it's just from watching Tom Clancy movies, right? That if you're in the CIA or former CIA, you were never CIA. You always have some cover story, right? You don't travel under your own passport, probably, all that stuff when you're active. And you don't go bragging about your prior occupation. So, but again, I can't say one way or the other, but I find that is it misinformation, disinformation? Is it accurate? I don't know. Another claim again, multiple sources. We are going to say that Justin was apparently invited to the wedding of one of Donald J. Trump's children, sons. Um, what do I want to say? I'm Donald J. Trump, millionaire, I own a mansion and a yacht. Oh, is that Bugs Bunny cartoon? So uh, I suspect if he had attended, remember, an invite doesn't mean that you actually intended, that he attended, we would have selfies all over the place. Justin would have no problem sharing that. But an invite doesn't mean that you intended. So could you gotten an invite? Certainly. I didn't. So I guess I could be upset. And one I find really interesting, and I'm going to leave this in the hands of you all. And I had to do a little research on this because uh, I'm going to the punchline right there. I'm sorry. Paul Logan. So I had to do a little lookup when I heard the name Paul Logan from multiple sources because apparently Justin claims that he does consulting for Paul Logan. And Paul Logan has 23.2 million subscribers as of January of 2022. 5.8 billion. That's B in a billion. That's about 1,000 million. 5.8 thousand million views, or trying to be like that. And Justin has made the claim that he does consulting work for Logan Paul. Logan calls him and says, like, hey, Justin, I need to increase my traffic on my YouTube channel to make more money. How do I do so? And that could certainly be true. Now, the Dungeon Hobby Shop YouTube channel, now this surprises me when I looked it up because I figured they'd at least have 1,000 subscribers because, I mean, from all intents and purposes, all the information that is publicly available via TSR Hobbies, that the actual TSR army is large. So they got 256 subscribers on Dungeon Hobby Shop. Now, if I had over 20 million subscribers, I probably wouldn't be looking toward, I don't know, Justin, Vince, myself, Professor Dungeon Master with his 75,000 or so subscribers. I wouldn't even be talking to Tim Pool, who has a couple of million, right? This guy has over 20 million subscribers. I think he's done pretty well. Think he needs to consult with any of the trash that we all are. But I could be wrong. I'm just saying these are claims that Justin has made to his people within his circles, to at least multiple people within those circles. And I am not saying these claims are invalid. I'm not saying they are valid. That's, you know, I don't have enough information to validify the claims, but I can validify the fact that these claims have been made. How's that work? So, other than that, really, what do we need? So, remember, the adventure may or may not be shipping. Don't ask Vince. You gotta ask TSR. And remember, TSR, I'm about to say they never lies, but that would be a lie. You can always take Justin at his word for that word to probably be, I was going to say self-serving, but as accurate as he wants it to be under the circumstances. So until they start showing up, and I'll let you know when my copy shows up, it won't be showing up anywhere near me, which means I could say, "Hey, I know they're shipping," and "Hey, I won't get a chance to review it until God knows when," but at least you know it's shipped, right? So next big thing to wait for from TSR, Starfin Tears, right? Now, I'm going to make one last comment on the Star Frontiers one. So this is a mock-up that we're looking at here on the bottom of this page, right? That's a mock-up. What's interesting about it is that since this mock-up has been done, there's been other proposed covers released on social media by Dave Johnson. He's put out other Star Frontier covers, I guess, to test responses from, I don't know, the community. Why would you put together this? Oh, actually, I didn't even notice that they. Oh, look at that! I didn't even notice that the Star Frontiers. Look at that! I got taken. Thank you, thank you. That the Star Frontiers one I'm looking at here says not genuine. Look at that, not genuine, and it's got a couple of. Will you look at that? Somebody really put effort into this Star Frontiers mock-up. So this isn't even what I thought it was. Now, folks, you're watching this not live, but you're watching this. My reaction as it is. That is a troll within a troll within a troll. Because I looked at it and I initially went, "Oh, it's that Star." Yeah, Star Frontiers, not genuine. Kit won't go broke. Okay. Yep. That is awesome. So I'm going to guess that if it wasn't SD, and I'm not saying that's a sexual disease, I'm saying that if the individual with the initials SD did this, that was a well done uh, troll. Wow, I really feel. You see, it doesn't take a lot to go with something and go, no, I already saw this. I didn't see this. Makes it even better. All right, folks. On that note, we are still in the midst of the world of the pandemic. What does that mean? It means use your common sense. All right. Talk to a medical professional. Find out if you haven't yet, if immunization is right for you. It's kind of like a commercial, right? Find out if it's right for you. But the talking heads on TV, on the news, on YouTube, that's not where you get your medical advice. Medical professionals that know you and your history. Other than that, be safe, be well, God bless, roll those dice. And I'd like to say again, what an amazing troll. What an amazing troll.